Hi everyone and welcome back to another Thrift Store Thursday. This past week I only went to one thrift store and I found 2 items. Not very much, but that's okay because I also went to my mom's house this past week and a half, and she was going through some stuff and I have a few things from her as well to share with you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I picked up was a little set of adorable little creamers. They look like this. Aren't they cute? I just love them so much. I loved them at first sight. They were together. They cost $2.99. And then when I looked at the markings, it is Syracuse China, which is the same Syracuse China that I have up there, my red and white stuff that I found recently. If you watch my other Thrift Store Thursdays from the last month or so, I have been on a roll finding some awesome plates. Well, this doesn't have the red and white on it, obviously, but they're super cute. It's made by the same company, same era, and I just fell in love with them, so I was going to get them regardless. This is restaurant wear, just like if you ordered a coffee and you get a little thing of creamer with it, back in the old days. So I just think this is so cute. I love that there was 2 of them. Not sure what I'm going to do with them or how I'm going to use them, but they're so adorable. And look at that, they even have like a little scalloped edge, and they're just so adorable. And they even have like, I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a little scalloped edge on it. It is so cute. So that was a cute little find, which I thought was adorable, and I was not going to pass up. So the next thing I found was a vintage camera. I am obsessed with vintage cameras. I'm always on the lookout for them. I don't find them very often, but I do occasionally come across one. This is the first one I've come across at the actual thrift store. The other ones I've found have been real cheap ones from like flea markets and stuff like that. My daughter actually found like 2 of them this summer at the flea market. But anyways, back to today's one. I think I took the tag off already. I can't believe I did that. But I do believe it was under $10. I want to say it was $7.99, but it was 25% off day that day. And it came in this little case like this. Has a strap on it, which I took off so I could get the camera actually out of it. And it is by Kodak. And it looks like this. Do you see this little guy? Oh my goodness, he's so adorable. He's just a little chunky little guy. He's rather heavy. I'm surprised by that. Let's see. What does it say it is? It's an Instamatic camera 304 by Kodak. And he's just adorable. Do you see that? Oh my goodness, I love him so much. I used this, I think, with some of my, I put them out with my daughter's camera for my fall decor. You may remember that on the side table near the kitchen. Yeah, so I've actually had this guy for a couple of weeks, but I keep forgetting to show it to you because I'd already decorated with it. So that was pretty cool find. I'm loving this little guy. Can't go wrong with a vintage camera. You can do so much with these. I think they are so much fun. I haven't sat down and played with this to see if I could even get it to work or anything, but I rather doubt that it works. But I just think it is super cool, and I like to use them for decorating. So that was a very fun find for me. So anyways, that is what I picked up this week from the thrift store. Not a whole lot, like I said, but I really like what I got, and I try to be more selective when I go to the thrift store, so I feel like I was a very good girl this week. So moving on to the things that my mom gave me. She gave me a couple Pyrex pieces. The first one is this one right here. I want to say this is like the harvest pattern or something like that, but it's got the orange, the yellows, and the greens, and it's like little vegetables or whatever. This one doesn't have a cover, but I remember Mom using this one quite a bit when I was younger. So of course she was going to get rid of it. I'm like, oh no, I'll take that please. So that was the main reason why I picked that one up, because I remember her using that all the time when I was little. She also was going to get rid of another Pyrex piece, which I remember, I can't remember what she made in it. But anytime she made this one dish, she always used this dish. And I always thought it was really pretty. So, of course, I told her I would take that one off her hands as well. And it is this one right here. This one has a lid. And this is the one that I remember her reaching for the most. So this, I'm so excited to have. I don't know the pattern name, but it's got the two little birds, some flowers, and like some little green scrolly looking things. I should look up the pattern, but I just don't know what the pattern name is on it. But, I mean, to me, this is the Pyrex of my youth. So, I thought that was so cool that she passed that on to me. And I am very, very grateful to have this piece. I think I'm not going to use them as serving dishes, but maybe more as like a display thing, like above my kitchen cabinets or something like that. Just because to me they are very special and they bring back a lot of memories from my childhood. So that is so super cool, and I think I'm just so grateful that she gave those to me. So the next thing I picked up from Mom was this set of utensils, like serving utensils, and they all have these little wooden handles. I remember these as well. There is a spoon right here, and then a ladle. We always use this on chili night, I remember that. And then there's like this little spreading knife or something like that. I'm assuming, I don't know what this is actually called, but I think she used it for like frosting a cake, because that's what I would use it for. But anyways, the fact that they all have these really pretty wood handles, they're all in excellent condition still, which is crazy to me, because I remember these from when I was, you know, like 10 years old. So, I don't know. I just thought these were really neat. I did not want her to get rid of them, so I brought them home with me. So I have been using them, actually. This spoon right here has quickly become my new favorite spoon to use, like, dishing out hot dishes and stuff like that. I have used it quite a few times already since I brought it home. I'm trying to see if I can see the maker on it, but I cannot. It just says stainless steel, Japan. So I don't know. I have no idea how long Mom has had this sort of thing, but I don't know. I'm so glad she didn't get rid of it before I had a chance to look at the box. Alright, so the next thing that I brought home from Mom's house is rather silly and just ridiculous that I brought it. Mom was just like, why are you picking that? But it's one of those things that in your mind that you just associate with a certain time. And for me, this fork means Thanksgiving. It is this little, just a basic little plastic fork that, I don't know, she probably got pretty closely to the time she got married. But she always used this fork on Thanksgiving to stir the gravy. Every year, for as long as I can remember, if Mom was making gravy, this fork was used to stir it. Get all the little lumps out. I mean, so this is a gravy fork, and she was going to get rid of it. And I couldn't believe it. So I had to snatch this up. And I haven't used it yet. This is probably one of those things that I should, like, write a little blurb about it and, like, put it in a frame or something, because I don't want anyone to use this fork, because even though it's just a plastic fork, to me this just holds so many memories. So many memories. So, I know it's silly, but this fork is very precious to me. Alright. The dogs are getting impatient. They want to go outside. Alright, so the very last thing that I picked up from Mom's house was a set of 2 glasses. These, once again, I remember from my childhood, and I couldn't believe she was getting rid of them. And some people may think they're ugly, but to me, they're beautiful, and they have so much memories. So the very last thing that I got from Mom was a set of 2 drinking glasses. And like all the others that I've shown you today, I can remember these from my childhood. As long as I can remember, these have been in Mom's cup cupboard. And I can't believe she's not getting rid of them. She only has 2 of them left. I think she's kind of like, you know, I've had these long enough sort of situation. Obviously, it's impressive to me that she still had these. But I just think they're so cute. The pattern obviously is not for everyone, but these just bring back so many memories for me, and I just think they're so cute. So I now have 2 of these, very happy about that. There are no markings on the bottom, so I have no idea where these are from, but they're very 70s with the big huge sunflowers on them. So yeah, well, I have put these up in my cup cupboard and we have been using them ever since I brought them home. So thanks to Mom for all these wonderful little goodies with so many good memories attached to them. So I just think that is so cool. Alright, so that is it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking out what I picked up at the thrift store and what I got for my mom this last week. I'm so happy that you stopped by and hung out with me today. If you found anything at the thrift store this past week, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. And I will see you again next week for another Thrift Store Thursday. Bye now.